Before you flush away your money hiring an internet marketing company, please watch this short, eye-opening video presentation. Now, you're about to discover one kind of weird trick that you can use to get your business up to 100 new leads or more from the internet each month without hiring an SEO or a PPC firm. Now, the results I'm about to show you happen for ordinary business owners just like you in just a few short hours per week. Now, it's not uncommon for the average company to get between 10 and 100 new clients very, very quickly just by implementing a few of the simple strategies that I'm going to show you on this video. And they're so simple that literally anybody can do them. Now, I have to warn you first, because of a couple of big trade secrets I'm going to be showing you during this video, I'm going to be taking this video down very, very soon. So be sure to watch it to the end because it might not be here if you come back. Now, you may think you've heard of it all. You maybe even tried it all. But when it comes to generating leads online, I'm positive that you've never heard about this before. Now, it's not some kind of wonder pill. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's just something that works for almost every business I've ever applied it to, and it works very, very fast. So why am I sharing this with you? Because I am convinced that if you copy this process, you'll receive the exact same type of results that me and thousands of my clients have received by following this internet marketing system. So let me ask you a question. Do you know why most people struggle to get customers on the internet? Let me give you 3 of the core reasons why. The first reason is that you probably pay between $5,000 and $10,000 or more for a website that looks really, really good, but isn't creating any leads and not making you any money. Does that sound familiar? The second big thing that keeps people from success is that they are told by some expensive SEO or PPC company that they can do all the work for them for just $5,000 a month or more. Okay, you probably heard that one before as well. And the third one, and this is the one that I really empathize with, is that you've tried to do this type of thing yourself, but you just don't have the time because you really want to focus on your core business and growing that part of your business. Now, does that sound at all like you? If so, do not worry, it's not your fault. Because of these 3 things I just mentioned, it's no wonder that most people get frustrated and they end up quitting before they even get started. Now, I'm about to introduce you to a system that's so simple that you can literally have your receptionist do this in their spare time between phone calls and still generate hundreds of new leads per month. Now, I like to call this system my internet marketing made easy for the business professional. Now, have you ever heard about the concept of the butterfly effect? The butterfly effect is a theory that if a butterfly flaps its wings on one side of the world, it can cause a chain reaction that would eventually cause a tsunami across the ocean. Now, the theory is basically that a little tiny change can cause a huge effect because of the chain reaction that happens because of that first little change that you make. So what this system is going to do is something very, very similar. I'm going to show you a few tiny little changes you need to make to your website that will create huge avalanches of visitors coming to your website and new customers for your business. Now, step number 1 in this process is your website. Now, one of the biggest problems, as I mentioned earlier, is that small business owners run into is that they pay some graphic design company $10,000 or more to build a beautiful website. Now, what most people don't understand is that beautiful websites do not get you more customers. There are certain elements that graphic designers, that even if they did know about them, which most of them don't, that they can take and they can tweak your existing website and it'll quickly turn it into not only a beautiful website, but it'll turn it into a lead magnet, getting you new customers and new leads 24 hours a day. Now, many of these tweaks don't cost you any extra money at all, but they are the difference between having 0 customers to your website and having thousands of customers every single month. So step number 2 now is how to get visitors to your website. Now, what most SEO and PPC companies do not want you to know about is that what they are doing to get you listed on search engines is not very difficult once you understand how it works. Or a lot of times they'll go and they'll guarantee that you'll get a first page ranking in Google within 30 days. Now, what they don't tell you is that most companies, what they do is they pick an obscure keyword phrase, something like Boise, Idaho dentists who like to fish. And that keyword probably receives 1 visitor every other year, and it only took them about 30 seconds to achieve that first page ranking, and then they tell you that they are doing their jobs. Yet they are charging you thousands of dollars every month to do just that. Now, the reason why they don't just tell you how simple it is because obviously you just do it yourself. It's very simple step-by-step process. If you understood how it works and how easy it really is, you just take these simple tasks, give them to your assistant, and they have them do in their spare time. And again, in return, you get thousands of new customers every single month, and it wouldn't cost you anything. Now, let me show you just one of the powerful methods I'm going to be teaching you in the system that will allow you to get results just like the ones we're talking about, and not in months or in weeks, but in just hours. And I also want you to notice that I didn't get just 1 ranking, but we were able to get 5 rankings in just 8 hours. So here's Google before we started this process. This is Google 4 hours after we started the process. You'll notice we had 2 rankings in the top 10, And this is just 8 hours after we started the process. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rankings on the first page of Google within 8 hours after we followed this simple process. Now we call this process our Oprah traffic method because it consists of 2 simple steps. Step number 1 is we find out what things Oprah or other popular TV shows like the Today Show are talking about, and we find out what they're going to be talking about in the next 24 to 48 hours. After we know that, we simply go out and we submit simple articles and simple videos to Web 2.0 websites that Google already loves. And oftentimes, within just 5 to 10 hours, you can get multiple listings on the first page of Google, just like the screenshot I just showed you. Now, the system is very, very simple. All you need to know is how to create the articles, where to submit them, and boom, within just hours, you can be on the first page in Google for any keyword you want to focus on. Now, that's just one of the simple strategies that you will learn when you get your hands on this powerful system. Now, the other thing I want you to understand is that once you understand these simple step-by-step processes, you literally will have the keys in your hand to get new customers to your website whenever you want. Now, one big word warning, oftentimes our students get really excited and they try to apply all these strategies at once and they get too many customers to the websites too fast. So be sure to follow the system step by step so you'll be ready to handle the increase of traffic when it gets to your website. Now, the Internet Marketing Made Easy for Business Professionals training system is powerful, and people just like you are already using it to get more customers and more leads for their business. So my next question is, are you next? Would you like more customers, more leads to your business as well? If so, you've got 2 simple options to get started today. Now, option number 1 is you can hire me personally and pay my normal $10,000 per day fees to teach you this powerful step-by-step system. Or option number 2 is that for under $30, you can watch over my shoulder and learn the entire Internet Marketing Made Easy system as I create step-by-step videos for my top clients. Now, the reason why most people choose option 2 is because, first off, they don't have to pay $10,000 to learn this information, and second, they can learn this information at their own pace from the comfort of their home, and all for about the price for dinner for 2. Now, what I recommend doing, and what most of our successful clients do, is after they sign up for the training system, they identify someone in their office who might have a little extra time, and they give the training to that person to learn. Now, we've seen employees who normally make just $8 an hour become an internet marketing and lead generation superstar, doing exactly what the big SEO and PPC firms do at a huge fraction of the cost, and they're doing this between phone calls. And now every week for the next 52 weeks, your assistant will receive a new video training directly from me, giving them the next step in the simple system that they need to implement. Now, as they follow these simple step-by-step systems and apply them to your website, you'll be able to see huge increases in the traffic that's coming to your website. In most businesses, just 1 or 2 new customers from applying the systems will more than cover the cost you pay for the entire system, and every customer on top of that becomes pure profit. When I showed one of my top clients the entire training system, and yes, this is the same system that they paid me tens of thousands of dollars to teach them personally, they said they would have easily paid $1,000 just to use it. Now, in the future, I probably will raise the price to at least that much or more because that's really what it's worth. But for a limited time, you can get the entire 52-week video training system, not for the normal $1,000 that we normally charge, not for $497 that would be a huge discount, not even for $197. In fact, you can get your hands on the entire 52-week training system not even for $97. In fact, if you guys get started today, what we're going to do is for a very limited time and for part of a special price test we're trying right now, you can actually get this entire 52-week training system for only $27 per month. And what's cool about it is there's no commitments. You can cancel anytime, but you can get started today for only $27. That's right. For the same cost as a cheap dinner for 2, you can get your hands on a simple system that will generate new customers for the rest of your life. So after you eat your dinner for 2, that's going to be gone and you're never going to use it again. Whereas this, you implement in your business, and for the rest of your life, you'll continue to get new customers and new leads because of the investment you made today. Now, I want to give you a quick word of warning because I cannot promise that this test will still be available when this video is over. Now, if it is, it would be a very smart decision taking me up on it. But if it's gone, then I apologize in advance. So what are you waiting for? Get the Internet Marketing Made Easy system for only $27 per month before it's gone. Now, if you do decide to act now, I will throw in some very exclusive, powerful bonuses to help you get started even faster. First bonus I'm going to throw in is a 71-minute training from Internet marketing expert Russell Brunson. Now, Russell Brunson, his online companies make over $10 million per year, and he consults for some of the biggest companies in the world. And during this presentation, you're going to learn some very, very powerful things. The first thing you're going to learn is how to create a real direct response website whose purpose is to generate leads, not just look pretty. The second thing you're going to learn is the best bait to get people to give you their contact information so you can follow up and close the sale. Number 3 is why you should never trust a designer to design your website. And number 4 is the secret to getting your customers to pay you each and every month. And this strategy can be cut and paste into any industry. You also learn the one thing you must have on your website if you want to grab your prospects' contact information. This is the most important lesson of the whole video. You're also going to learn an exclusive case study with the 3 worst websites he could find and why they're leaving tons of money on the table. Make sure that you are not doing any of these mistakes on your website. You're also going to see some case studies into some successful websites that bring in barrel loads of leads. This is a $1 million education by itself to see behind the scenes what these websites are doing. You're also going to learn how to get other people, including your competition, to actually promote your business and drive traffic and visitors to your website. You'll also learn how to follow up with your prospects over and over again with the push of a button without any extra work from you at all. You'll learn how to harness ugly ads to drive traffic to your website and a whole lot more. Now, most people that we found are stuck in the old ways of marketing their businesses. They're still doing yellow pages. They're still doing classified ads. They're still doing radio. They're still doing TV. They're stuck in the old ways of marketing their business. What's interesting is that this way, the internet marketing way, is 10 times as powerful and it's easier than traditional marketing. You don't have to have an MBA from Harvard to figure this out. You just follow the instructions and you can start seeing an influx of leads and customers as soon as tomorrow. And the next thing, you don't have to be a technical genius. If you've never built a website before, then don't be scared. You don't have to go through any of the techie stuff to be able to get this stuff up and running. What you're going to discover is that how to explode your business in any economy, doesn't matter your location, your competition, your experience level, none of that stuff matters, because when you learn these tools to generate leads on the internet, you can do it 24 hours a day, whether you're working or not. And one last thing I want to say is your competition will not know what happened. But one thing I can say is make sure that you get their training before they do. Because if they get this training before you, they're going to start beating you in the search engines. They're going to get listed higher than you. They're going to get listed more often than you. This is your chance to really step out above in front of your competition and dominate your market. So my last question then is, what are you waiting for? Get the Internet Marketing Made Easy system right now today for only $27 per month before it's gone forever. And don't worry, there's no commitment. There's no you can cancel anytime you want. If you're not happy for any reason, cancel, and we won't charge your card anymore. If you are happy, again, it's only $27 a month, the cost of a dinner for 2 to keep getting the education and training, the same training that we usually charge $10,000 for a day for. You'll get for only $27 a month, and you can take this, give it to your assistant, and see traffic start increasing coming to your site. So again, look at the form below, fill out your credit card information, and you'll have immediate access to the training where you can get started today. Thanks again, and I'll see you inside the membership.